Button. Okay.
Red button. So that was a surprise symphony. Do you know why it was called the surprise yet? Did you get it? In the beginning of this song, it's all nice and soft. And then they kind of put you to sleep. And then that's the end of the second line. That second ending, it says SFZ. It's at the end of the second line of the second ending. SFZ means sforzando, which means suddenly loud. Okay, there's an old story about Haydn when he performed, when they first wrote the piece. They played it for the king, and the king was supposedly like just kind of out of it, just kind of lulled him to sleep. And then at that part, supposedly he woke up and everybody was surprised. So that's the story with that. That's why it's called the surprise symphony. What you should do on this piece is you should think about the instruments of the orchestra. It's written for the orchestra, and if you know the parts of the orchestra, there's violins. And when a violin does something, you can even kind of do it on a guitar. When the violin plucks the strings, they get the notes that way. So when they pluck it, they call it pizzicato. They can normally play with the bow and they get that nice long sound. When they do the bow, or the pizzicato, when they pluck it with their fingers, it gets that plucky sound. So, in the beginning of the song, you're pizzicato. And then when you get to the middle of the song, we bow it. So think about the violin a little bit when you're practicing the song. So the beginning is all nice and soft, and then the middle part is loud. The last line is a little tricky. We have a 2 on D sharp and then 1 on E, 2 on G, 5 on C, 3 on C, and then E. So it's actually a C chord, E, G, C, but we move around a little bit. Okay? So watch that last little bit at the end. And that crescendos. So be really careful of the contrast. We want short in the beginning, and then here we want loud and long. Those are some of the things I'm looking for. Also, in the very beginning, zoom in. Not too fast. Zooming. Not too fast, because everybody walks in and plays. I'm going to tell you to leave the lesson room right away if you do that. Very slow. Okay? And that's my advice. Go get them.